What are you running from within yourself? We live in an age where external chaos seems endless: war, division, and relentless social upheaval. Yet there is a painful paradox. The more intensely we seek peace in the outside world, the more unstable and hollow we feel inside. Why is it that solutions offered by religion, politics, or knowledge fail to bring genuine inner peace? The World Within You, You Are the Story of Humanity by Jiddu Krishnamurti does not appear to soothe or console. It functions as an uncompromising mirror. Krishnamurti does not teach or invite belief. He dissects human consciousness itself. He does not ask how you should live. He asks, who is the one living? Are you spending your entire life running from yourself behind masks of knowledge and status? You are not separate. You are humanity itself. Krishnamurti asserts a truth that is both brutal and liberating. The whole history of humanity is written within you. Your suffering, fear, and desire are not purely personal possessions. They are the shared wounds of humankind accumulated over thousands of years. When you are angry, it is not merely your anger. It is the eruption of aggressive energy embedded in the collective psychological structure. If you understand yourself, you understand all humanity. You are not different from them. You are them. This is not consolation, but a blade. It cuts through every illusion humans build to hide the truth that at the deepest level, no one is truly separate. The idea of a separate, isolated self is a dangerous illusion. The divisions of me and them, my nation and their nation, construct the psychological fences that lead to violence. Krishnamurti reveals that even the smallest individual act, a cruel word, a private thought, rewrites the destiny of the world. You cannot heal in isolation. You must heal inwardly to heal the whole of humanity you represent. The observer is the observed. This is his most shattering insight, one that completely collapses the dualistic logic of Western thought. We habitually create distance. I, the subject, observe my anger, the object. That distance is where control, suppression, and escape are born. You think you are managing anger. That is an illusion. There is no manager. You are the anger. When the boundary between subject and object dissolves, when the division between the watcher and the watched ends, an immense reservoir of energy, previously consumed by inner conflict, is released. Observe, do not believe. See, do not explain. Awareness happens instantly when the observer dissolves into pure observation. There is no effort to overcome pain. There is only the light of seeing. This light needs no time. It burns illusions the way sunlight dissolves mist, transforming consciousness without technique or coercion. Love never coexists with attachment. Krishnamurti exposes the harsh truth behind what we commonly call love. A mother grieving the death of her child may be crying not only for the lost one, but for the emptiness and fear of loneliness that arises when a psychological possession disappears. What we usually call love is often a transaction meant to fill an inner void. Look closely at the false sense of security in relationships. Dependence, using another person as a mirror to validate one's own worth. For example, a spouse relying on their partner to feel complete. Possessiveness, turning loved ones into tools to satisfy emotional need. Fear, loving while constantly fearing abandonment, essentially loving one's own fear. Freedom begins only when one can stand firmly in complete inner aloneness. As Krishnamurti once told a fireplane engineer, if your heart is not free of the desire for power, then even if you work with good intentions, you are still creating an instrument of death. True love is an unconditional state of being where no boundary remains between self and other. Belief and religion as decorated cages. Krishnamurti confronts religious institutions directly. Belief does not liberate, it merely makes the chains more comfortable. We turn to religion out of fear of uncertainty, yet truth is a pathless land. Labeling yourself by faith, nation, or ideology is itself an act of violence because it divides humanity. Consider the wealthy doctor who feels he is selling empty pills. He fears change because he clings to security and reputation. Krishnamurti observes, it is no measure of sanity to be well-adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Truth has no borders, it needs no name. Only when the pride of knowing is dropped does one see what lies beyond all belief. Symbols, churches, and doctrines are cages designed to protect the flame from the wind, but the cage itself ultimately suffocates the flame. Only by daring to burn every doctrine and stand naked before reality can one touch the timeless.
Takeaway: meditation is not a technique, it is a way of living. Krishnamurti demolishes the notion of meditation as a seated exercise or mantra practice. Any effort to achieve stillness is merely the ego extending its desire. Meditation is not a goal, because the one who seeks meditation never finds it. True meditation is choiceless awareness, seeing a flower or hearing rain without naming, judging, or interpreting. Acting like a child throwing a stone into water, fully present, complete, leaving no residue of self. A state of total attention without a someone who is attentive. When the observer disappears, meditation becomes the natural movement of life itself. It is not separate from eating, speaking, working, or silence. It is an inward order that arises without effort, where the mind becomes transparent, and that very transparency is love. Close the book and begin to face yourself. The outer world is only a mirror reflecting your inner psychological structure. Real change does not come from accumulating knowledge or pursuing lofty ideals. It comes from honestly observing what is. When you understand yourself, the world subtly changes without any promise of salvation. To change yourself is to change the entire structure of humanity. Are you willing to stop and face your own inner emptiness? Before returning to habitual escape, ask yourself, can you endure a few minutes of silence without reaching for your phone or a thought of escape? The answer is not in these pages. It lies in the moment you dare to look directly into the mirror and recognize you are the story of the whole world. If these words make you uncomfortable or leave you unusually silent, the world within you may be calling you. This is not a book to be consumed, nor a source of comforting answers. It is a ruthless dialogue where no one reassures, no one guides, only uncompromising self-observation. Not to believe Krishnamurti, but to see for yourself what in you resists and what falls silent.